Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP. So let's just dive in and let's talk about a few things. So, first off, I just want to ask everybody who is watching, how is your day or night going? I'd love to hear from you guys. Drop down in the comments how you guys are doing. With that being said, let's just dive in and let's talk about a few things around currently right now, Navati. So a few of these companies are pretty big names, especially when you look at the connections with like Ripple, for an example. Navati has been working with Ripple for a while. They've also have connections to, for an example, like XLM and stuff like that. They are a big name in the game. They do not transact that much annually, but they are still providing quite a bit of value to the ecosystem, which we will address in this video as well. So first, let's listen in on this, which is time for the real utilities from crypto. Shout out to Bull Diep. We do see we will be launching AUD stablecoin on multiple blockchains, including XLM, XRP, Ethereum, and others. Ripple and Stellar are adding smart contract capability to XRP and XLM, respectively. And this, of course, from the CEO at Navati. Navati has been working with Ripple for a while. We're going to be talking about that as well and addressing it. But listen, let's listen real quick for this. I don't know what is. I might have to actually refresh this real quick. 1 second, guys.
Yeah. So Stellar we've worked with in the past. They really very much a cross-border payments network, and in fact there's quite a nearly an altruistic element to some of the aims of Stellar about improving finance in developing nations and just improving the whole efficiency of global payments. The Stellar network has got a number of stable coins that work on it, and in fact USDC, which is a fiat backed stable coin out of the US, one of the networks they use is Stellar. But anyway, with Stellar, we negotiated with Stellar. They've actually helped fund some of our technology development and marketing, and we are launching initially on their blockchain. We are then making it a multi-chain solution, and will then shortly thereafter launch on the Ripple network. And then we are negotiating with a couple of other networks, Ethereum network. We will also go on to. There is a bit of an issue at the moment in what they call gas fees on the Ethereum network. It does bring the advantage of smart contracts, which are sort of nearly innately part of the Ethereum network. Stellar and Ripple are adding smart contracts to their network, so we'll get to them on their networks. But in the end, by making it multi-chain, you're actually just meeting, meeting future demands or needs of the global payments community.
Yeah, and broadening out your potential future service.
And of course, he does mention the inefficiencies of Ethereum-based smart contracts with the idea of like Ethereum gas fees. But also we have this video as well, a new growth business for Navati Payments, launch of stablecoins first with Stellar Org and then with Ripple funded and supported by both. Hedera also looks to be one of the blockchains added to their network. XRP will like that, and we do see over here they do have this presentation. It's a one-to-one backed with AUD flat or fiat value. Will be available on multiple leading blockchain networks. Leveraging technology maintains absolute focus on compliance. Will be integrated with Navati's existing suite of payment solutions. And then we do see over here, I believe that they actually look into another slide, or maybe they don't. But it's kind of very similar to the first video. I don't want to put a too big spotlight on this. I just want to show you guys when we look at these stablecoins, they will be supported on both of these major platforms, aka networks. Which again, I've always told you guys, listen, if you're stacking XRP, you should also be stacking XLM. It doesn't make any sense not to. XLM moves very close with Ripple. I kind of look at XRP as like the big brother, as XLM is basically like the little brother, kind of having XRP guide XLM, which is a kind of a funny way of looking at it, but that's how I look at it. But when we look at Navati, going back to April of 2021 is when we did see the announcement. This is Navati taps on-demand liquidity to improve Australian remittance payments to Southeast Asia. They did, break this down a little bit in regards to like cross-border payments and things like that. Obviously, on-demand liquidity is the big, area for this, leveraging XRP as well. or instant cross-border payments announced recently as part of a deal originally signed in December of 2020. the digital banking and fintech company that specializes in delivering unique payment solutions, is deploying RippleNet to make moving money faster, cheaper, and more reliable for their customers. And this is a big giant. I mean, like, it's nothing too crazy though when we look at the statistics under the hood, but there's still a pretty significant partnership, and we're going to be talking about why. So first off, I share with you going back to September of 2021. This is Navati ASX announcement. Navati Ripple partnership expands into Thailand. I'm pretty sure that they didn't outline this at all within this. This is from April, so going into September, this did have a little bit more of an updated view. Navati's partnership with Ripple has now expanded to Thailand and is generating revenue. Follows the momentum of Navati tapping on RippleNet's on-demand liquidity service for remittances between Australia and Philippines in April this year. Again, highlights Navati's ability to monetize its existing ecosystem in new markets. Discussions underway to launch in additional markets across Southeast Asia as well. And down here we do see, they kind of talk about XRP itself. We do see, Navati and Ripple's partnership began in, December 2020. They talk about the April, announcement. With this expansion to Thailand, Navati has partnered with the first Thai bank, Siam Commercial Bank, SCB, through RippleNet. This is expected to result in thousands of transactions a month being processed by Navati through RippleNet. Revenue from the partnership is dependent on, take-up of the services. Going forward, Navati and Ripple will continue partnering to launch this innovative service in new markets across Southeast Asia as well. This partnership between Navati and Ripple continues to go from strength to strength. Within the first year of our partnership, we have successfully launched and generated revenue from new services in 2 countries in Southeast Asia alongside leading local partners such as Siam Commercial Bank. And this is also proof, by the way, that we will continue to see expansions through all of these other major on-demand liquidity partners. It also proves the fact that, when we look at this, this is generating revenue for these giants. These are giants in regards to the payment and financial sector. And they do break down Navati itself. First off, they do talk about the announcement in regards to their recent growth. They are increasing their revenue up by 55%. I know it's just only $18.4 million, but it is still something to note. We do see the expansion of Navati Ripple partnership into Thailand again highlights how Navati can leverage its existing ecosystem to enter new markets. This is a model we will seek to replicate going forward, including into other new markets in Southeast Asia. Now, with this in mind, why are we talking about Navati so much? Well, also, real quick, going back to June 9th, we do see Navati to issue Australian dollar-backed stablecoin AUDC on XRP Ledger with partnership support from Ripple. Navati's new stablecoin AUDC to provide a digital representation of the Australian dollar. AUDC is to be issued on the open-source, permission-free, decentralized XRP Ledger. Ripple will provide Navati with the technical support and tools necessary to integrate AUDC with the XRP Ledger. It will create even more ways for clients to pay and be paid through Navati. Availability on the XRP Ledger increases AUDC's utility and creates the potential for new revenue streams for Navati. This is how big, by the way, I share with you guys how large XRP Ledger is as well when we talk about the actual DLT aspect of Ripple. And this is pretty cool. And it is being utilized because of its scalability, speed, and low cost. This will be done in a partnership with Ripple, a leading global payment or enterprise blockchain and crypto solution. And we do see down here, it will be backed 1-to-1. Like I said in those videos before, this is pretty big. And they do, again, note the April announcement from 2021. And they do go on to, look at a few other things as well. So, you love to see it. I think that this is great. And Navati is still, like I said, a major giant. You look at the, company, it's in 58 countries, 20 plus years in, already, as the company history. And you do see $2.3 billion values of transactions processed annually. I know it's not a massive amount, but I do continue to see them expanding. So I could see that number rising drastically, especially if they are utilizing technology with Ripple. And they do say, where we can help. They have a whole bunch of services that they do offer. They also do have the Navati stablecoins. They do have quite a bit of partners, and of course, Stellar and RippleNet are, 2 of them. We do see Visa, MasterCard, Apple Pay and stuff like that, because they are a payment, sort of, I would say, a major payment option, and it allows for ease of access for a lot of payments as well. But when we go and look at some of their partners in general, you can see all of them here. The remittance partners are, of course, Ripple with Stellar, 2 of the leading names in the space. Like I said, I think that you should, when we look at Stellar, first off, remittance partners are just RippleNet. Stellar is a part of the technology partners list. I'm telling you guys, make sure that you are holding both. I know that everyone has this ill-perceived notion that they should only be holding XRP because XRP is superior, but you got to remember that they're both going after completely diverse niche audiences. And when we go and look at who Novati actually is, here we have their $2 billion in transactions annually. They are a leading digital payments company as well, so they are, perfect for, partnering with Ripple, as they're both kind of centered in the same exact almost markets, if you will. And we do see a few individuals who work with them as well. Here are those names. But like I said, I know that this is a smaller, base company, but they are building out their ecosystem. They are continuing to tap other major players, and I do think that this is the perfect opportunity for Ripple. Now, what I also want to share with you guys is this. A potential global liquidity problem is one reason why Ripple is focusing on its liquidity hub, which is not limited to XRP, although XRP would be part of the solution. And we do see, listen up now, people. Jim Rickards just said it, a global liquidity problem. Only one cryptocurrency built for this. And shout out to MFC_TJ and, of course, John E. Deaton, and listen closely to this.
Items like this and inflation zero and the markets pop up, are you still predicting an 80% Dow drop from the highs earlier this year?
That's certainly possible if a couple more things would have to fall into place. I never rule that out.
Yeah.
That's not, it's a contingent forecast or a conditional forecast. A couple more things have to fall in place.
Yeah.
The recession's here, rate hikes are here, monetary tightening in the form of reducing base money is here. Although those are important things, but there are other even bigger factors out there. One of them, and we can talk about it more if you like, we might be looking at something worse than a really bad recession. We might be looking at a global liquidity crisis. And for that,
and a global liquidity crisis is the thing that we have been waiting to really kind of, see unfold within this market. Not for a bullish sentiment, but we've just been kind of watching it unfold, as of late. I think that we are, headed towards this, and we have been seeing a lot of central banks kind of preparing for this as well. We've been seeing liquidity issues coming up globally currently around the banking sector. The reason why I bring up like Novati for an example with Ripple is on-demand liquidity has been expanding globally. We are seeing global liquidity issues rising up, and I do think that the liquidity hub itself from Ripple is an area that we should be focusing on as well. And we do see like streamlined digital asset management, optimized pricing, expanded access to capital, accelerated customer growth as well. That's the power of the Ripple liquidity hub. Now, talking about this, they do have, you could offer many cryptos through this, and they are already doing so. For an example, digital asset management simplified, get a streamlined enterprise dashboard for managing, trading, and reporting, optimized pricing, accelerated customer growth, as well as expanded access to capital. Now, like I said, when we look at this, you're going to have offers of other major assets as well. It's not just XRP. But to me personally, it doesn't make really any sense to utilize these other, I would say, assets that don't really determine much. Like for an example, we actually just looked at XRP earlier today when I was doing a video on my website, encashofficial.com. But when we look at this, right? So here's the power of XRP, a utility for the new global economy. Fast and green, the digital asset XRP was built to be the most practical cryptocurrency for applications across the financial services space. And we do see the power behind it itself. Financial institutions, individuals, and developers, they are talking about bridging two currencies to facilitate more affordable cross-border transactions across the world. Accessible to traditional banking, stuff like that. 3 to 5 seconds, blazing fast, settling speed. We do see unmatched benefits, fast, low cost, scalable, distributed, and sustainable, and also even stable. So when we really kind of look at this, and we even look at like the XRP ledger for an example, they do break down everything here, and they do even talk about like the facts as well. When we look at this and we compare it to like the assets that are a part of the liquidity hub, obviously you're going to have a lot more than just these ones, but at the front-facing view, XRP is way more efficient than all of these. You could even say combined. But this is going to be a big innovation right now. To me, I think that first off, this is supposed to go live in 2022. We don't know an ETA on that specifically in regards to like a month, a day, whatever. But I will say this, if this does go live in 2022, I've actually speculated the fact that XRP actually wouldn't need regulatory clarity for these major financial institutions to utilize XRP for on-demand liquidity. They would just go through the liquidity hub and source liquidity through XRP. Kind of, I would say, leapfrogging regulations. That is a possibility. I don't know specifically what could happen with like legality issues with that. Maybe somebody like Johnny Deaton or Jeremy Hogan or something like that could possibly add on to that. I mean, I doubt that they would even watch my video or anything like that. Like I'm not like a big YouTuber, but I do believe that that could be the case here. I do think that financial institutions could leapfrog regulations, going through the liquidity hub, sourcing liquidity for XRP, for on-demand liquidity, for major payments, which could be a viable solution for them to utilize on-demand liquidity before this service is fully regulated. I do think that the liquidity hub could very well be the spark that lights the flame for XRP's mass adoption, as well as a lot of volume flooding through XRP. Let me know what you guys think about that down in the comments below, though. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. With that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, after you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, it's been Nick. Peace out, guys.